The NBA trade deadline has come and gone, and it wasn't the moves on deadline day that were wild. It was the drama that went down over the last week. Late on Saturday night, Dallas doing the unthinkable, trading away their 25-year-old superstar, Luka Doncic, to the Lakers for Anthony Davis and a few more pieces. A few hours later, De'Aaron Fox traded to the Spurs in a three-team deal that sent Bulls guard Zach LaVine to the Kings. And on Wednesday, Jimmy Butler traded to Golden State, joining Steph and the Warriors as they try to climb up their standings in the Western Conference. The list goes on and on. The Raptors acquired Brandon Ingram from the Pelicans, and so forth. Now, let's go back to that blockbuster trade, though, the one that started it all. So Luka to L.A. for AD. On Tuesday, fresh off Doncic's introductory press conference, Anthony Davis was talking to reporters at shoot-around, and he said he expressed his surprise in the involvement, saying, "I was shocked. I didn't know. I was actually at home about to watch a movie with my wife. I got the phone call. I had no idea. Now I'm kind of over it, just ready to get playing in Dallas." So once again, looking at those trade details, Luka to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, a 2029 first-round pick, plus some more. And to make it officially official, the Mavs announcing Anthony Davis and crew as their newest members. Let's take a listen.
Was a McDonald's All-American at Perspectives Charter School in Chicago, and was the consensus #1 recruit in the nation. After being a McDonald's All-American and such in 2011, he went to Kentucky for 1 year. While at Kentucky for 1 season, AD was the NCAA Player of the Year, the SEC Male Athlete of the Year, the National Association of Basketball Coaches Defensive Player of the Year, the most outstanding player of the Final Four, and of course, a national champion at Kentucky. He was drafted first in 2012, and that started a 13-year career, first with New Orleans and then, of course, with the Lakers before coming to Dallas. And in those 13 seasons, the accolades for Anthony include a 10-time All-Star, an NBA champion, a 5-time All-NBA team selection, a 5-time All-Defensive team selection, also has led the league in block shots 3 times, something that no other active player in the league has done. He was the MVP of the 2017 All-Star Game as well, and was selected as one of the top 75 players in NBA history as part of the NBA's 75th anniversary team in 2021. On the court, he's one of the best two-way players in the game, averaging over 20 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 2 blocks per game, and 1 steal per game in 9 seasons in his career. Akeem Olajuwon's the only player that's done that more frequently, doing it in 12 seasons. Internationally, AD has, of course, played for the United States, winning a gold medal in the 2012 Olympic Games in London and the 2024 Olympics in Paris, and also at the 2014 FIBA World Cup. So FIBA recognizes him as the only Grand Slam champion in basketball, having won an NCAA title, an NBA title, an Olympic gold medal, and a FIBA World Cup. So those are your introductions. Without further ado, I'm going to ask each player 1 question so you guys don't have to do the awkward start off with a statement, and then I'll turn it over to everybody here for questions. There's a lot of people here, so I've been told to share with you guys that it's going to be 2 questions per player per outlet. So that would be 6 questions for each outlet, but just so everybody gets to ask a question, I think that the comms team is going to just kind of do that so everyone gets an opportunity, and they'll take over things once I ask my first questions here to get it started. So first of all, Caleb, we just got a chance to meet a few minutes ago, so this is your first chance to talk to any sort of Dallas-related media, I believe. Just what's your general feeling about the trade and coming here to Dallas and getting a chance to start playing with the Mavericks?
I mean, I feel good. Things haven't, quickly changed real quickly, but I think I'm supposed to be here. I think things happen for a reason. Just watching the guys the other night, the style of play, I think is there. I think the fit is there. I think the effort, and I think we got some really good pieces, and I'm excited to play.
Thanks, Caleb. Max, as I said during the introduction, it's unique whenever a team makes a trade and you start playing games before you get to do your introductory press conference. You've had a chance to play 2 games, a big win last night in Boston. How have you felt adjusting to your new teammates, and what's it been like getting out of the floor and competing with those guys this week?
Yeah, it's been fun. Caleb kind of said it. It's kind of cool. Obviously, the transition is fast, but we got a good win in Boston last night. And for me, just trying to come in and fit in seamlessly, just play with a lot of effort and intensity. The style of play that we have is very free-flowing and very easy to kind of integrate to. So I'm looking forward to continuing to get my feet wet with the system and get used to the concepts and win some more games.
AD, you've had a chance to join your new teammates on the road. I know that you haven't had a chance to play in a game, but you've been in shoot-around and practices, interacting with a lot of individuals that you're familiar with, Jason Kidd, Jared Dudley, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, etc. So you know a lot of these guys. You've been there. You've experienced getting introduced to the team, that is, in Philadelphia, and seeing the win last night in Boston. What's been your experience and your vibe out on the road so far as you get ready to play your first game?
Yeah, the vibes are high. Energy is great. I like our team. I like the way the guys are playing. Obviously, it was a big win last night in Boston. Had the game in Philly as well, but I'm excited. I'm excited to play. I'm excited to add value to this team. Obviously, adding, Max and Caleb, with they already have here. Gonna be an exciting season for us.
All right, thanks AD, thanks Max, thanks Caleb, and you guys can take it over for questions. And again, the comms team will help out from that regard. Thanks, appreciate it.
Hey, AD, Tim McMahon with ESPN. First, are you good to go tomorrow, and any limitations there?
Yeah, I'll play tomorrow.
Okay, and then, listen, follow what I just read off your resume. Like, when you went to New Orleans, you're the #1 overall pick. It's a celebration in the city. You go to LA, they pulled off this blockbuster deal that they've been trying to do, a huge celebration. This is different because of who they gave up to get you. This is frankly a heartbroken fan base. What is that like for you to kind of walk in to that situation, and what do you anticipate in terms of kind of the response?
I understand it. I mean, obviously it's a business, and I get, who Luka was to this franchise, to this city. I'm never, going to downplay that. Just how, I know what I meant to the city of LA. So I'm not, surprised by, the fans' reaction and the city's reaction, but it's my job to come in, play basketball, and do what I'm supposed to do, and give the fans hope and reassurance on why, Nico brought me here. So I don't know how, tomorrow's going to be as far as, the reaction, but, I can't control that. What I can control is go out and just winning basketball games and helping the team do whatever I can. But at the end of the day, I'm going to, get a city, get them life back. Obviously it's a tough transition. It was a shock, to all. But like I said, my job to come in and play basketball and win basketball games.
Over here, Dwayne Price. DwaynePriceMath.com, right here. AD, what was your first reaction to the trade? And this has been a big week, obviously Super Bowl week, and it's kind of like the whole NBA took over this week and all that. Just your reaction to that, and what ways do you see you can help this team win an NBA title?
I think my reaction was just like everyone else's. I was shocked. But, you can't, stay in that state of emotion for a long time. I have to come here and help this team win. I think defensively I can add value to a great defensive team already with the Gaff and, when Live come back, and PJ, X, all like Max and Caleb, so I think we can be a pretty good defensive team, and then offensively just complement what they already have. They have guys who can shoot the basketball, guys with live threats. Obviously, we know what Kyrie's able to do, and then just watching the guys play over the past couple games, really learning more about the guys that I probably didn't watch as much, and learning how important they are to this team. So I'm excited to get going tomorrow and to see what we're able to do.
Mike Curtis, Dallas Morning News, right here. Obviously in Los Angeles, they ran a lot of the offense through you. Just based on your conversations with Jason Kidd and Nico, what are some of the plans offensively, and how different your role would be from how it was in Los Angeles?
They're taking some of the same concepts that I had in LA and bringing it over. We talked about it in the shoot-arounds I've been part of and the one practice that I've been a part of. So we're not going to change too much, but we are adding things to kind of get me in the same position that I was in LA.
Hey Caleb, Christian Clark with The Athletic. Just wondering how you're feeling with the hip injury, and just an idea of when you could be back on the court.
Feeling a lot better. I feel like I'm progressing really well. Just still taking it day by day, but I'm assuming that I'm come back fairly quickly. I'm just just trying to stay focused on the rehab and like I said, just take it day by day. But definitely seeing progress and definitely heading in the right direction.
Any questions for Max?
We'll get to Max's thing. Kevin Gray, back here on me. This for AD. AD, for you, what was the vision that Nico Harrison had for you coming to this team, and how he saw you as the centerpiece of this deal to be able to help this team move forward with the skill set that you bring, and how that will be incorporated moving forward here?
I think he said in his press conference about defense and winning championships, and obviously I'm a defensive-minded guy, and like I said, I think adding what I'm able to do defensively, whether it's in pick and roll, on the post and the perimeter, whatever the case may be, I can add value to this team and help the guys who's already great defensively, and also help the guys who maybe struggle. So, bringing that defensive energy, that defensive mindset, to this team, and I think, that's what we are going to lay our hats on. You can't control the ball going in every single night, but you can control your energy and effort on the defensive end. So that's what I'm going to try and do. That's what I want to instill into the guys, and hopefully that let us carry to win some games.
Richard Solomon, reporter for WFA News ABC. This is a question for all y'all, but we talked a lot about basketball, but I want to ask y'all, mentally as men, how do you prepare just to uproot your families like that in an abrupt trade? None of you were expecting that. We weren't expecting this. AD, you're one of the best players in the world, like we just heard. But just how are you guys doing mentally with this abrupt change being here?
For me, I've been traded twice now, but the first time I asked for a trade, so I was already mentally prepared for it. And it was in the summertime. Now, this was a little different. I was shocked at first and mentally just all over the place. I didn't believe it, actually, at first. I'm pretty sure nobody did. But when I was headed on a plane to Dallas, that's when it kind of this is really happening. And then I think the days after the physical and stuff, you still kind of just in a fog. But when I was able to get around the team the first time in Philly, I thought I was fine. I think the game of basketball allows me and probably everyone else to kind of be in a safe place and kind of get away from everything. I know anytime I'm going through anything, I can go to the gym or anything with basketball kind of just brings me back to center and brings me back to peace. So I know tomorrow I'll be on the floor. When that ball's tipped up for the opening tip, I'll be fine. But I think mentally now, just being around the guys and having a chance to be on the court a couple days and hanging out with the guys, laughing and joking, I'm in a great place.
Noah Weber from the Smoking Cuban, back here. This was a question over here. This was a question for both AD and Max. One thing, about 12 hours after the trade, Nico said that both of y'all are going to be guys that add to the culture here in Dallas. From what you've understood so far about the organization, what is Mavericks culture, and how do y'all plan to add to that?
Yeah, playing in my first two games so far with the Mavs, the culture is very, everybody's super together. Everybody's communicating with each other really well. Everybody kind of takes care of each other, and I've noticed that too for me, kind of coming in as the new guy. Everybody's kind of just corralling around me and trying to make me feel comfortable. So I appreciate that a lot about the organization, about the team. So it feels like a big family for sure. And I think that's important, for any organization that's trying to win, at a high level, being able to have everybody on the same page. And I feel that as a new guy coming in, they've been able to welcome me with open arms. And I feel a lot more comfortable, obviously, after these first two games, getting those out the way, kind of getting to know the guys, know the coaching staff better, and all the staff that work here. So it's a one big family, and something that I really appreciate from the organization so far.
Yeah, to kind of piggyback on what Max said, what he said was great, but also adding to that is the competitive spirit that the guys have. I know J.K. is a competitive, obviously Nico's competitive. All these guys on the team are, having that mind.
AD saying he is good to go tomorrow. The Mavs set to play the Rockets at 3 p.m. Eastern. Take a look at this. Only 2 players in NBA history. Some big names right there. 24-plus points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 2 blocks per game in their career. It's just AD and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, some elite company.